In the continuation of Rajaguhya, the Guhyata is something which is present in all the shlokas in this particular adhyaya. Bhagavan is trying to talk about his ubiquitous presence in everything that is there, everything that we do, everything that we think, everything that we feel. The question is, in what form we can see him? And here a form doesn't mean a physical form, but in what manifestation, in what way we can comprehend the Lord is being told by the Lord, and which normally we tend to forget. We work very hard in order to achieve something. We appear for the examination and we really study hard and we get the success. In the whole process for us, an examination happened and it was I who cracked the examination and the success came. In the whole process, we did not realize that I did a karma called examination. The phalam apnoti, the phalam, the fruit of that is a success that I received. But the very fact that there is a system where you can do karma and get the due phalam is itself in existence because of whom? Imagine you work hard and you never get the success. There will be an utter chaos in the universe. In a suniyojita manner, Lord ensures that the one who is a dehadhari, body, embodied, whenever he does a karma, he gets the proper and in the same magnitude the phalam. For the sake of the karma that is being executed by the embodied person, phalam is the gati. Destination is a loose meaning of word gati. Gamyata iti gatihi. That is the explanation of word gati. Wherever you go to reach, you don't go, you go to reach. That means going presupposes destination. Going presupposes the destination, meaning everything that we do, we feel, we think, all the three have a destination. You think for something, you feel for something, and you act for something. The perceiver, the feeler, the thinker gets the title of perceiver, feeler, thinker simply because he is planning to think, perceive, and act. So if that is the case, then the very ability of every karma to get into its fructification is, Arjuna, by my own grace. I am the one who ensures. I am the one who ensures because I am the bharta. Bhartru is a supporter, the one who ensures that a thing would happen in a particular manner is the supporter. Bharta. Aham bhartaram. I am the supporter, meaning whatever you do, the entire process has to be supported by a kind of surety, guarantee, substratum. That is what I am. So I am Arjuna, Gatir Bharta. Had I not been so, this samsara or the universe would have been in utter chaos. Here, everyone, whatever he desires, He is entitled for its fruit. And the fruit may make him happy or make him unhappy. That is that is parinama. Effect is different thing. But if you have planted the seed of rose, only rose will be blossoming on the tree. बोया पेड़ बबूल का, आम कहां से होए? Babul will give babul and aam will give aam. This is ensured by some set of procedures, set of laws, universal laws, cosmological laws. That is something which is supported by Arjuna, me, so I am the Gatir Bharta. In these two shloka, since we spoke a lot about Sanskrit and learning of Sanskrit, these two are exceptional shloka where only Prathama Vibhakti Ekvachan, Prathama Ekvachan is used all along. The entire shloka has got only one Vibhakti, Prathama Ekvachan. Gatihi Bhartaha. When Gati and Bharta comes together, Gati ends with E, Bharta has got A, so E plus A, it becomes Ra, which is called as Gatihi Bharta Refa Desh. Visarga of Gati, Gatihi Bharta, Bha is Vyanjana. So when a Visarga is followed by a Vyanjana, it becomes Ra, it is called Refa Desh Sandhi. So this is a Visarga Sandhi. Since we have been talking about Sanskrit and learning of Sanskrit. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi. I am Prabhu. Prabhu, Bhu and Pra. These are two separate words. Pra is a upasarga that indicates prakarshatva, prominence or fully. I am Prabhu. Bhu means to become. All beings have become. All beings have become. That means whenever anything is produced to come into shape, to come into nama rupatmaka change, anything that has a nama rupa is a being because it comes into being. To come into being is bhu. And then it keeps on changing. It becomes called becoming. So being and becoming. If you are not a being, when a being is there, it has to have an upadhi or the shariram. Deha dhare ka dand hai sab kahu ko hoy. If you have embodied, if you have a upadhi or the sharira, that means you have become. When you are not there, when you have not become, who are you? You are that which has no upadhi, no shariram, nirguna nirakar. From him, things are produced or they come into existence. That is called bhu. So I am the one responsible for existence and coming into being of all these beings. So I am Prabhu. I am also the Sakshi. If I am the Lord, why the word Sakshi is again used? I am the Lord. The reason why Sakshi is Sa Akshaha iti Sakshihi. I am the one who has only the role of an eye. What does an eye do? Eye sees. With the help of eye, we see. And we feel bad or good. The eye doesn't feel bad and good. The eye sees a murder and the eye sees a beautiful baby. The murder creates horrid expression in my mind. The baby creates a nice and happy expression in my mind, but that is between the situation and your mind. I has nothing to do with it. So I is a pure witness. So in all the things that are happening in the world, I am the pure witness. But where am I sitting as a witness? In seeing, I is the witness. But in everyday things, Prabhu is the witness. Where is he sitting? He is sitting in my antakarana. But my antakarana is talking always about desires, vasana, or greed, jealousy. You mean to say the Lord is the part of greed and jealousy? No. Everything in this world, maya adhikshena suyate characharam, I am the indweller, antaratma, in the form of kutastha, the one who stays on the top of the mountain, which is not affected by what is happening below the mountain, is kutastha atma. That atma, because of its self-illuminating property, self-illumination meaning thereby enlightening property, that means that is a property which gives jnanam. We come to know that I am a man, I come to know it is light, I come to know it is darkness, I come to know she's a woman, I come to know he's a man, I come to know he's my uncle. Come to know, come to know, come to know. All that knowledge is possible because of the inherent knowledge quality of the kutastha, which does not stay in the antakarana, but its reflection in the antakarana, which is called as chit abhasa. Chit is antakarana, abhasa is the perception of the presence felt in the form of a reflection, pratibimba. So that pratibimba which is there in the antakarana is the sakshi, the witness. So kutastha is the witness. Antakarana yukta kutastha pratibimba, which is called chidabhasa, is the one who is actually empowering us to act. Without the presence of reflection of kutastha atman in the antakarana, we wouldn't have been able to feel anything, see anything, feel happy. We wouldn't have been perceiver, feeler, thinker at all. So Arjuna, in the whole scheme of things, don't look at the object and say it is me. No. Don't look at you and say it is me. No. Don't look at your antakarana and say it is me. No. Look at the reflection pratibimba. Then look at the bimba, which is Atman Kutastha. That is me. So I am Sakshi. I am Nivasaha. Nivasaha, the very existence of anything, whether it exists or not. According to some, the world doesn't exist at all, ajatavad. The world hasn't happened. In fact, one saint says that if you feel you are in the world, you are bonded. If you feel world is in you, you are free. Meaning it is the mind and the mind and the mind alone that has created the world. The day mind is dead, world is over. So existence of world is not present in the world itself, but it is present in the mind. This is called as Chidvad, idealism. If all the minds in the world have been extinguished or completely wiped off, would there be any world? And if it is there, who are there to perceive that world? Nobody is there. But when you feel and perceive and think about this world, at that time, Arjuna, I am the abode for all that you feel. So if you think about the stars, the constellations, the galaxies, the moon, the sun rays, and whatever you think even of space, I am the nivasa for that. Space happens to be the container in which everything is contained. But that space also is dependent on me because I am the abode for that space. So what to talk of what is inside the space? The very space itself is in my abode, Nivasa. And Arjuna, all these things which I am talking to you are meant for or are of use only for students of meditation. Gurudev has clarified at the end of first paragraph. This is meant for students of meditation. That means upasana adhikara vyakti. That means who will not understand it properly, this shloka, the one whose chitta is not shuddha will not understand the meaning of these words in the right perspective. You may understand it grammatically, that this is a refa desha sandhi. That is a grammatical understanding. The real purport of each word that is being discussed is understood in the right perspective by the student of meditation, because when he is in the meditation, upasana, his ability to concentrate is now going to fortify by concentrating on these qualitative aspect of Saguna Brahma. Now he will be in a position, because he has adhikar to imagine, he is empowered to imagine the Lord as Nivasaha. That requires enormous amount of adhikar, which is possible only after sadhana chatushta or chitta shuddhi. I am also, because at that point of time, the one who has gone beyond sadhana chatushta and is fit for upasana, his heart is so soft, he is so mellowed down that he feels like surrendering himself, means his ego, to the creator of all this. At that point of time, Arjuna, I am his friend. Suhruda. Su means good. In the purest qualitative aspect is called Su. Rud. Rud is always considered as the abode of Atman. Atma. Pratasmarami Rudi. Rudi. Pratasmarami. Smarami. Smriti is in mind. No. Pratasmarami Rudi Atma Tattvam. Because Atma Tattvam is a Rud. Kathopanishada in more than 3-4 occasions talks about the one which is on the right side of the chest. Ordinary Hriday is on the left side. That is a anatomical heart. We are not talking of anatomical heart. We are talking of Angushta Matra Purushaha. That is Suhruda. And who is Suhruda? Suhruda is one who has reached the state of Sharanagati. One who has reached a Sharanagati, I am the Sharanam. So I am the one who is going to give the shelter to whom? One who has become Ashrita. I am Ashraya for Ashrita. I am shelter for the one who is asking the shelter. That means one who is asking Sharanagati. Who is the one asking Sharanagati? Sharanagati as the only and the purified means of reaching God has been elaborated in Bhakti Shastra by two main streams of thoughts. One is Sri Sampradaya of Ramanujacharya and one Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Gauranga. And nowhere else in Sri Sampradaya, Bhagavan Sri Vishnu and Sri Lakshmi, and Gaudiya Sampradaya, Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Radharani. These are the Upasya Devata where we surrender. Sharanagati is also called Prapatti. And who is a Suruda? One who has made himself eligible for Sharanagati. Who has made oneself eligible for Sharanagati? Shadvidha Sharanagati. The one who has 6 things ingrained in his antakarana is called Sharanagata. Anukulasya sankalpat. That means whatever is being thought about the Lord Krishna or Vishnu is the only anukulata. My sankalpa, every thought will be only and only and only about Bhagavan Sri Krishna or Sri Vishnu. Anukulasya sankalpat, pratikulasya varjanat. If anyone says even a word against my Lord, I shall immediately exit the place because I cannot hear. It is papam to hear anything against my Lord. Pratikula. For example, I felt like lying. I felt like lying is a papam because it is against my Lord. Pratikulasya varjanam. Anukulasya sankalpat, pratikulasya varjanam, rakshisyatiti vishwasaha. My Lord will protect me is my drudha vishwasa. What if I lose my job? Is not a question that comes in the mind of Bhakta, Sharanagata. Why? देनहार तो वो है देत से दिन रैन. लोग भरम ना करे तासो नीचे नैन. He is the sustainer, Yogakshemam Vahamyam. One who is ingrained with this thought, Rakshisyati iti Vishwaso, Goptrutve Varanam. I will be protected by the Lord. I will be sustained and maintained by the Lord. Atma Nikshepaha, the one who has thrown away the ego. The last bastion of surrender is surrendering one's own ego. Ahankar laya, asmita tyag. He is called Sharana. And Karpanyata. I am poorest of the poor, Namrata. Lord, you are the abode of wealth. I am a poor Sudama. Once this Shadavidha, 6 qualities are there, then such a person is now having a heart which is called Suruda and he is called Sharanagata. For him, Arjuna, I am Sharanam. Also, I am Prabhavaha, Pralayaha, Sthaha. To come into existence, to go out of the existence, and to stay in between 2 stages is Bhava, Sthiti, Laya. Arjuna, at all the 3 things, I am there not only by a faint presence, but by full presence, Prakarshatvena. The whole world or the creation can only be called creation because it is subjected to vikar or change. Anything that doesn't change at all cannot be world. The changeless is only one. Everything else is changing. Entire Buddhist philosophy of Kshana Bhanguravad or Vijnanavad is entirely based on this, because everything in this world, though apparently may appear stationary, you may appear stationary as sitting and I may appear as stationary as sitting. It is an apparent thing because nothing is constant. Always it is changing. It is called Vithitatva in Vijnanavad. Constantly changing, transforming, vikar. So, bhavati sthiti layaha, utpatti sthiti layaha, bhava sthiti layaha. This is a constant thing about everything, including the world. The smallest of the smallest in the microsecond is changing. And the largest of the large, the universe also is going to end because it came. That what comes ends. That which has never come will never end because he, the Nirguna Nirakara, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, that is why from that sthiti he never falls down. So he is achyuta. Achyuta means to fall down, not achyuta. Chu, untouchable, no. Achyuta. Sanskrit word chyutata means to fall down. Skhalana. Askhalanashila is Bhagavan. Nidhanam. Arjuna, I am Nidhanam. That which is unfit for enjoyment now is called Nidhana. That means that which is fit for enjoyment in a future. Bhavishyat, not Vartamanat, is Nidhanam. This is one meaning of Nidhana. And second meaning of Nidhana is the 9 wealths of the Kubera are called Nidhana. Shankham, Padmam, Mahapadmam, Makara, Kachapa, Mukunda, Nanda, Neela, Kharva. These are the 9 wealths of that. Arjuna, I am that. Because in this whole world, you cannot enjoy more than these 9 wealths. And all these 9 wealths are held by a deity called Kubera. That particular Kubera, which is responsible for 9 wealths, which defines all your enjoyments as human beings or any beings, is also me. And I am Bijam Avyayam. I am Bijam, as Gurudeva says, I am the seed of this samsara or the creation. But that will immediately bring into the mind a doubt. If I am, my Bija is also Ishvara. So if my Bija is Ishvara, that means Ishvara has transformed itself into me, into mountain, into tree, into river. Is it a transformation or not? Is Lord the cause and world the effect? And if Lord is the cause and world is the effect, then is that the Lord has transformed into the effect? Or Lord is different and the effect is different? Here starts the philosophy of what is called as Satkaryavada and Asatkaryavada. Satkaryavada means effect is nothing but cause in different dimension. The water has become the water vapor. So what is the effect? The effect is water vapor. But what is water vapor? Nothing but water in vapor form. Ice. Water in solid form. So water in liquid form, solid form, and gaseous form is nothing else but called as ice, water, and vapor. But essentially, it is ice, it is water only. That means the cause got converted into the effect. But the effect is not something new. It is nothing else but cause transformed. So in the Indian philosophy, whether the world is effect of the Lord or it is a completely new creation separate from the Lord is a matter or bone of contention amongst the philosopher. Those who think that the effect is a completely new phenomena than the cause, and effect is not pre-existing in the cause, it is called asatkaryavad or arambhavad. Asatkaryavad or arambhavad. The yogurt or the curd is a completely new thing. Milk is completely separate thing. There is no connection between the two. Asatkaryavad. No, it is the same milk which became the curd. So in the curd, milk is there, or the curd effect was already present in the milk. Under favorable circumstances, it came out and became curd. Satkaryavad. Advaita Siddhanta, believes in Satkaryavad. That means the world is nothing else but manifestation or effect of the cause, which is Brahma. So this is Brahma Parinama. So this is also called as Parinamavad. World is Parinama of Brahma and not a completely new creation. Who believes that it is a complete new creation and nothing to do with the cause? The Nyaya and Vaisheshika Tattvajnana. However, in the Brahma Parinamavad also, there are two differences. Philosophers like Ramanujacharya believes that this world is the effect or the parinama of Brahma. So Brahma itself is there in this parinama. The Brahma has transformed itself in this parinama called Vishwa. But Advaita Siddhanta and mainly Shankaracharya, the Rishi par excellence, the Saraswati par excellence of Shankaracharya, proposed what is called as Vivartavad. Vivartavad means it is different than Parinamavad. This world is not Parinama of the Brahma, but it appears as the Parinama, apparent manifestation, not true manifestation. It is apparent manifestation. That is why it is called illusion. When it appears, but it is not there. The sarpa appears on the snake, but it is not there. Similarly, world appears on the Brahma, but it is not there. This is called Vivartavad. It is separate than the Parinamavad. Ramanujacharya says, no, it is not apparent manifestation. It is true manifestation of Brahma. That is why Ramanujacharya's thing is called Parinamavad. Shankaracharya is called Vivartavad. That is being hinted here in Bijam Avyayam, and that is why Gurudev specifically made a statement, and the statement is the idea of the eternal principle modifying itself to become the created world is a disgrace to the logic of human thinking. Parinamavad, in fact, Arambhavad or Asatkaryavad is completely shunned by the Advaiti people. That is why Gurudeva, in his emphatic and glorious tradition of Advaita Vedanta, to the tradition that he belongs, he emphatically declares that world is nothing else but the Vivarta of Brahma. Brahma Parinamavad. Bhagwan further continues, Tapami Aham. In this shloka, again for the sake of Sanskrit studying people, this shloka has got only 3 words in Trutiya. Trutiya is instrumental case. By me. One who is the instrument of doing an act, we use a Trutiya. So in this, Tapami, Nigrunnami, Utsrujjami, these 3 are in Trutiya Purush Ekvachan. Rest everything is again Prathama Ekvachan. So these 2 shlokas are replete with Pratham Purush Ekvachan. So Tapami Aham, Varsham Nigrunnami, Utsrujjami Cha. A simple glare of example the Lord is giving, which we as a human being can relate to, not a being, if at all it is existing in some planet somewhere billions of light years away. Bhagavad Gita is meant for human beings, so he is giving what is relevant to the human being, the sun. Because we stay in solar plexus, so for us, sun is the ultimate deity for us, because very sustenance of this solar system is because of the sun itself. Our Adhvaryu, the one who is holding the whole thing in proper shape, every blade of grass also will not be there if sun decides to tilt a bit or not give the light, or let earth tilt a bit or make a orbit around it in a different way. Everything will be devastated. One small, hardly 10-meter diameter stone, if it comes hurling like a meteor from the sky, it will completely destroy the earth. It did happen about 400 million years ago when such a meteor came, and almost for 3 days, 3 nights, the sun was not visible because of the dust that went up. And it is said that the entire dinosaurs become extinct in that. This kind of what is called as apocalypse can happen, and it should not happen. That is what I ensure, Arjuna, because I am the one who gives the heat to the sun. Tapami aham. I am the one who holds or creates the cloud, and I am the one who let the cloud only for 4 months to rain on this earth so that you people can sustain. Tapami aham. Now, here again, the student of Sanskrit can note tapamyaham. Ya has come. Tapamyaham. It is called sandhi. Tapami aham. Tapami ends with e. Aham starts with a. E plus a is called yanaswara sandhi. Ya is replaced. Tapamyaham. The first step while studying the Sanskrit shloka is to first do the vigraha or separation of combined words so that each word is kept separately on the table. Tapamyaham is a sandhi. It should be done vigraha as tapami aham. And then rearrange as aham tapami. So this is called as padavyavastha. Tapamyaham varsham aham varsham nigranamyu. Again ya has come. Again the same sandhi. E plus u is equal to ya. It is called yan swara sandhi. Nigrunnami. Utsrujjami. Utsrujja. Utsrujja is to send forth, to propel. Nikshepa, to throw away. So whenever anything, any cloud is formed, I send forth the rains from there. Amrutam cha eva mrityuhu cha mrityushcha mrityuhu cha. Amruta and mruta both I am. What is amruta and mruta? What is declared as mruta? Mruta is something which is not alive. Alive meaning what? Alive meaning it is not exhibiting the signs of its liveliness in its present form. The animal, like a sparrow, is dead. So what are the signs of sparrow? Flying, she is no more flying. Breathing, she is no more breathing. She is watching, her eyes have lost the luster. It's supposed to be warm, she has become cold. She's become supposed to be flexible, but her muscles have gone into rigor mortis or have become taut and tough. We call that thing as mrityu. So life and loss of life, both are what? Ability of a particular body to utilize the consciousness for its activities is called life. My inability to use the consciousness is present even in dead thing. Only thing is, consciousness can be with spurti tattva or without spurti tattva. Spurti tattva means tad ejati, tad na ejati. In Kenopanishada, Brahman is described, Saguna Brahma, as tad ejati. It vibrates. Spandanatmaka, tad na ejati. Either it will exhibit its presence through action or it may not. Movement, a combination of certain Prakriti elements like Pancha Mahabhuta, which is given a certain name as tiger or deer or elephant, uses the consciousness to perform the functions through the Indriyas we call life. The moment that particular thing is unable to utilize the consciousness, we call it as dead. So mrutam cha amrutam cha eva. Arjuna, both mruta, amruta, both are my manifestation. Why? Because I am the witness and sustainer of all the vikaras. So when it comes into existence, I am there. Asti jayate, when it is born, I am there. Vardhate, it is growing, I am there. Viparimanate, there is effect happening on it, changing, it is changing. The baby has become now an adult, I am there, witness of that change. It has grown very old, Jarayanti, I am also there. And Nivartate, it is dead, I am also there. I am there in the entire cycle, whether it is in perceptible form of consciousness or completely non-perceptible form of consciousness. Non-perceptible form of consciousness is death. Death is a definition by that particular Jiva Sangha called as Mrityu. From the standpoint of view of Prakriti, there is no birth and there is no what is there, only change. It was in the form of a sparrow, now it is in the form of a monkey. What happened? Sparrow became monkey, monkey became elephant, elephant became dog, dog became man, man became... It is a continuous change in the status from Prakriti standpoint or Triguna standpoint. But for the one who is embodied like human beings, we say, oh, the sparrow died. And we say, oh, the monkey got born. Neither sparrow dies nor monkey is born. However, from your standpoint, whenever these things happen, Arjuna, I am the one who is responsible for it. I am there. And Satya, Asatya, Aham Arjuna. Now, this is the last and the master stroke of the shloka. Sat, one can understand. Sat is an existence. To be. Now, this Sat that we refer to is always a relative thing. I am existing when I say, it always has a connotation that there is a possibility I may not exist. When I am alive, why do I use this statement? Because there is going to be a time when I am not going to be alive. You may like it or you may not like it. But after 40 years, the person who is right now speaking is not going to be alive. So existence will become non-existence. But my existence is co-joined by the non-existence. That's why this is called Dvandva. Unless there is a Dvandvatmakata, it doesn't make sense. When you say I am happy, your happiness itself is substantiated by another fact that you are not unhappy. There is nothing called unalloyed single thing in this world. When you say I am the Pita of this child, that means you are not the Mata of this child. Every positive affirmative connotation always carries with it and a contrasting connotation without which this connotation cannot be made any significance of. So when I say that existence is there, that means existence is not there is also presumed. I am very rich. That means somebody or I can be poor. If poverty is not there, richness cannot be defined. If light is not there, darkness cannot be defined. That means nothing in this world can be defined as single solitary thing. And the only single solitary thing is the one which has no dvandvatmakata. That is why, Arjuna, you always pray to me, dvandvatitam gagana sadrusham, dandva atitam, beyond the duality of presence and absence. So your Sat and Asat also, I am the only that. Because why? I am neither Sat nor Asat. Because if you call me Sat, that means still you are presuming Asat, and I am beyond Dvandva. And in your mind, howsoever your intelligence may be tormented or stretched to billions of stretchability, you will never understand what is a solitary thing. What is that which is not quantified or qualified by duality or opposites? Why? Your buddhi cannot understand it. Only when you will decide to transcend your intelligence, then you will understand what is the meaning of the one who is beyond Sat and Asat. Till that time, in the Saguna Brahma, I am the Sat and I am the Asat. Hari Om.